5 reasons why you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. 5 reasons why you shouldn't quit your job. I'm gonna give you the absolute musts that you must accept if you decide to be an entrepreneur. This isn't necessarily to discourage you, but it's to discourage some people, because some people shouldn't give up the security of a job and a salary. They shouldn't, right? They don't really understand what it takes to be an entrepreneur, the sacrifices you have to make, right? They might understand the rewards are there, the ability to set your own schedule, to travel, do whatever you want. Those rewards are great, but there's a flip side to that. There's a dark side. There's a price you pay for all that prosperity and flexibility. And that's what I'm gonna talk about in this video. 5 reasons why you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. Number 1, you don't have a boss. Oh, well, that sounds amazing, right? Well, when you don't have a boss, you are the boss. You're the employee and the boss. And that sucks a lot of the time. When you wake up, you wanna be the boss and you wanna sit around because you're the boss, right? So I can sit around and do whatever I want today. Well, what about the employee? Who's gonna do the work? You have a boss side of you and you have an employee side of you. And they both are always battling each other for supremacy, for dominance. You have to make them converge into the same person. You have to make them want to do the work. The employee has to be as excited about doing the work as the boss is about telling the employee to do the work. That's where the results come from. Now, you should work smart and you should balance working, grinding with leisure and relaxing and maybe having the benefits of being the CEO of your life, of your business. But at the end of the day, especially in the beginning when you're getting started, you have to put in hours. It takes hours. Either it's learning, it's testing, it's building, it's writing, it's tweaking things. You have to do it. You just have to. There's no way around it. And then every step of the way, the reality is you have to do it even more, right? You have success, then you got to invest more in that success so you can have even more success. So number 1 is you are the boss. You don't have a boss. And that's the one reason why you shouldn't quit your job. 2, you're not going to get paid anytime soon. If you're fortunate enough to have a solid income from the business that you create, maybe you're a coach or something like that, well, okay, that's cool. I mean, you're still kind of an employee in your business because you are the thing that is monetized. But when you have a real business that has a product that has employees, every penny that you get has to go back into the business. It's just the way it is. First 2 years, 3 years, I had a gym in Florida. It was a CrossFit gym. We built it from the ground up. 1 bay, then 2 bays, then 4 bays, 1,000 square feet, 2,000 square feet. We kept investing, growing. We didn't take profit out of that business for 3 years. I got a measly salary. I made like $20 a class or something. And I had to physically teach the classes in the PM. That wasn't taking money out of the business. Like that was just what we would have paid an employee. And so I got that because I was doing the classes. So that was just a position I was filling. As an owner, I wasn't actually reaping the rewards because we were investing back into the business. And the goal was to take money later on when we hit a certain clientele, when we had a certain amount of equipment, when we had a certain business, when we had the business we wanted, then we would take money out. And so if you need a salary, if you have bills to pay, each one of those decreases the chances that you'll be successful because you will be taking money out of the business to pay for your life. And that is the death of so many businesses I've seen, is people need to make money. They're addicted to the salary. And that can really hold you back. And so that's why you shouldn't start a business, because if you need to get paid, if you have to get paid like an employee, unless you're actually doing the work in the business, even then you should probably be deferring that and putting it back in the business. That's why you shouldn't start a business. That's why you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. That's number 2. The number 3 reason you shouldn't start a business is because you're too emotional. People are gonna leave you 1-star reviews. People are gonna send you emails, complain about the dumbest things you can fathom, as if this product that they bought for $20 is supposed to basically solve every problem in their life. It's absolutely insane, the amount of BS you have to deal with being an entrepreneur, especially being an internet entrepreneur, where people, because they don't have to talk to you face to face, they let all the nastiness, all the insecurity, just the ugliest sides of human nature come out, and they throw it right into your face. They throw it right on you. They publicly post it on reviews that you can't remove. They comment on stuff on social media that you have to delete. And every time you have to see that stuff, it sucks a little bit of life out of you. I mean, that's why I say you gotta study psychology and philosophy. You must have them if you wanna survive being an entrepreneur. And then you have employees, and they're gonna lie from you, cheat from you, steal from you. They're gonna start other businesses and steal your clients. They're gonna do every possible thing you could ever imagine. As far as a horror story would go, they're gonna do that. If you're the type that tends to worry a lot, have anxiety, that has a hard time accepting human nature and accepting the things that happen, well, it's gonna be really freaking hard to be successful, because those things are going to chip away at you, chip away at your mental sanity, chip away at your mental health, and more, it's going to be harder to focus on doing the things you're good at and growing the business. Aren't mentally strong enough to start a business, or you don't have the ability, or you're not willing to personally develop and learn how to accept reality and accept human beings and accept all the bad parts of it. And that's why you shouldn't start a business. That's why you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. That's number 3. The 4th reason you shouldn't start a business is because you're doing it for the money. Oh, well, that sounds ironic now, doesn't it? Because we all run a business to make money. Sure. You know, they talk about find your passion, right? The reason for that is because when you have something you're passionate about, it's easier to stick to it. If you're doing it for the money, when shit gets hard, when you're not making money, when you have to reinvest and you won't make money for 2 years, it's a lot harder to stay the course. I don't think you need to always have a passion for every business. I think there's a lot of ways to make money. You could have a passion for sales and for business operations, and the product itself could be something you're not passionate about. There's a lot of different ways to do it. So don't fall into this closed passion box of where you have to think it's like a hobby that you enjoy doing to be something that you can make money at, because that's a fallacy. That's not true at all, right? In fact, a lot of times when you're good at something, like if you're good at running a business or good at marketing or sales or whatever, that becomes a passion. The more results you get, the more you invest in it, the more you enjoy it, and so on, right? Just know that if you're going to go into starting a business or be an entrepreneur, you have to find the things that you enjoy doing, that you're good at. Like I like marketing, I like writing, I like recording, I like going on podcasts. And these are the things that everything in my business that I'm trying to allow myself to do those things. So I'm trying to get employees in positions to do the things that I don't want to do, whether it's like responding to customer support emails, which I actually kind of like doing that at times, or if that's, editing the website, doing whatever, like updating things. Figure out the things that you enjoy doing, develop passion for that, and then structure your business so that you can do that stuff as much as possible. And if you're not willing to do that, then you definitely shouldn't start a business. You shouldn't be an entrepreneur. The last reason you shouldn't start a business is because it's really freaking hard. It's easy and it's hard at the same time. It can kill you and it can create you. There's nothing better, nothing worse. It's like the perfect paradox, the perfect dichotomy. And that's why psychology, philosophy, like what you're doing right now, personal developing, learning, opening your awareness, these are all really great things. If you're not willing to do these all the time, forever, then you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. You shouldn't start a business. If you're willing to do it, if you're willing to accept that you'll have to pay for things when they break, you'll have to have hard, difficult conversations. You might be sued. You might have to sue somebody. It's all really hard. But when you get good at it, and when you learn to accept these realities of the difficulty and the sacrifice and things you have to do, then the rewards are worth it. They're worth it in every way. And if you stick with it long enough, you will eventually build something that will outlast you. You will build wealth, right? You will build lasting wealth. Most people that get rich that are self-made, they sell businesses. That's how they become wealthy. And then they use that money to become investors or whatever. That is the surest path towards wealth, the easiest path towards wealth in our society. But it takes a long time. Some guys get lucky and they do it quick. Sure. They probably worked a ton in the beginning. So don't think it's a lack of trying or a lack of effort, because that's always there. Even the guys that get lucky, that they're still working a lot. I can promise you that right now. Anyone that does anything of value or builds anything is doing work. They're investing time and they're probably sacrificing. And it's probably really hard at times. If all this sounds good and you still want to go for it or whatever, then what I would recommend is start on the side. Figure out how to make your first sale, your first product. Focus on making your first dollar. Don't worry about a huge business plan. Don't have all these grand ideas or these huge elaborate spreadsheets and projections or whatever about what you're going to do. Get the first dollar. Then focus on the next milestone, $100. Then focus on making $10,000 a year. Then maybe $50,000 a year. Then $100. Then $10,000 a month. Right? And then just level up. And the more you learn along the way, every customer that you get feedback from, that you develop a relationship with, is that much more information that's going to help you get to the $1 million mark or the 10 million or whatever it is. And then grow the thing and sell it or bring on investors and grow it even bigger. But make sure that you eventually take money off the table for you and your family. Make sure that you have a long-term goal of the numbers that you want to accomplish, of even a time window that you would like to accomplish it by. It's always good to have very specific goals, right? But give yourself time to reach them. And you might have to adjust the timelines. I can tell you that right now. Every time I've set goals, like to open a coffee shop, it was gonna be 3 months. Now it's at a year, right? We thought it was gonna take 3 months, and we're at a year. And it's all permitting. It's not even construction, just permitting. I really wish you guys the best. And if there's anything I can do to help, questions, comments, whatever. And thanks for watching, guys. I really want you to be successful, because we need more entrepreneurs. That's how our society and our world moves forward, is entrepreneurs that bring value to the marketplace. That is how the world moves forward. That's how the human species moves forward into the future. So get to it, make some great stuff, and make something valuable and help people. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. I got a free offer for you. So go to drinkyourfat.com and get the free ebook, the hashtag #DrinkYourFat system. Find out why I drink my fat in the mornings, why I don't eat breakfast, and how I'm using the power of intermittent fasting to stay lean, stay healthy, stay fit, control my appetite, and literally go all day without food if I want to. Right? So if you're a slave to your food, as most people are, if you've been told that you're supposed to eat 5, 6, 7 meals a day to stoke your metabolism, I'm going to teach you why that is all nonsense. And I'm going to show you the simplest, most efficient way to actually control your appetite so that if you want to lose weight, you can eat less calories, or if you just want to be healthy in general, you can balance out your hormones by controlling the times of when you eat, right? And we use the Drink Your Fat in the morning to set our day up for success. Okay, so again, go to drinkyourfat.com and download the free ebook.